Right.
Because I talked to him. It started out once. Now it's twice a month. And this may give me one time. I'm just gonna be persistent.
No, that's it's iced coffee that I make. Thank you.
I didn't get anything.
Because I was, and I think that and then if I need you, I'll send you the brand. Because there's several spots that are just horrible. I did finally get the guy. I don't know if he's just stacking it up, but when you come off, pull out the 7th Street, if you're going towards the bridge, it was blind. So I had the guy over there and cut that down. So you can see that's good. It's so weird. I mean, it's I got it out of the lot like directed across. I might have to like I don't mind when I can say I'll do yes, just because and they were, I mean, they rushed all day. They always have. Because there's that little spot, and then there's all the way down. You need to get a whole chase across the road. And there's in that center section. There's no.
Well, it's up. It's recording. Bill, can you hear me?
I get frustrated. From the street, that little section. Yeah.
No, it's not changing up there. I don't know what it's at.
What do you do?
Last week it went up there. This week it's not.
No, every Saturday.
So good afternoon.
Yes, the Nick is.
That red one.
Yeah, you gotta start taking them.
We love you. The only way to do it is.
We have to. Okay.
You get that? Was there ever a mountain meeting on the, which may get that? I have not heard. I'll ask for it. Don't leave the baby in the car.
Yeah. You know exactly. I got that everything.
What's up? All right. We need. Are they all together?
72, 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, never mind. Got it. Got it. Thank you. Well, last time I looked at this.
I'll make sure. Oh, that's fantastic.
Like people that live on the street? No, I'm talking about, what are you talking about?
Hotel, motel.
There you go.
I'm scared.
Yep.
You know.
I'll call the meeting to order, Louisiana regular council meeting, June 22nd, 2023. Call this meeting to order. We please take the roll call, please.
Councilman Sutter? He was on. Councilman Price?
Here.
Councilman Bell?
Here.
Councilwoman Sherman? Here. Councilman Jordan?
Here.
Councilwoman Corbus?
Here.
Councilman Keller?
Here.
Councilman Gott?
Yes.
Lead us with an invocation.
Yes.
Our Heavenly Father, we come before you, thanking you for your love for us, thanking you for creating us to be your children here on this earth, to walk with you. We ask for your blessing in our lives, in our city, our state, and our country. Guide us tonight as we conduct the business of the city. Give us wisdom, give us peace and clarity of mind. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
And Councilman Bell, we lead us in pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Council, does anyone have any Any modifications to the agenda? Hearing none, I do want to explain a couple of things and pull a couple items from the agenda and move it. So you'll see under section 7, consent agenda. Since this was pushed out to the members of the council last week, they are considered to be in the consent agenda. Typically, once approved, requires no further action, line item by line item. So like the approval of the minutes, if you approve the consent agenda as stands, it'll just pass with that one motion of the consent agenda. However, if a single council person has any items on that list that they want to remove from the consent agenda, we would move it to a regular item on somewhere else on the agenda. So with that being said, I would like to take Bill 7201, 02, and 03 and move it under, we'll go ahead and move it under old business. Some of it may be new, but some of it's just amendments to current ordinances that we have. Entertained a motion to move those 3 items to section 8 under old business. Does anyone want to make that motion, or I can't?
I'll make the motion to remember.
Second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, like sign. Okay, we'll move those 3 items to section 3. Motion to approve the agenda as stands.
I'll make a motion to approve the minute. I'll second it.
Clarify.
As they stand.
The agenda.
The agenda as it stands.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, like sign. Or for public comment or written communication before we move forward. City clerk, is there any written communication?
Give it to Brian.
With that card?
Yeah.
I don't have a card. Under that. That's right. Okay. we'll read it
My
next
apologies.
time.
Yeah, we'll get it next time.
All right, open for public comment. Pick it up. State your name, please.
My name's Steve Venner. Here tonight because I was made aware of a post on the internet that Officer Corey Anderson made. He made a statement about he wanted to go back. Okay.
I apologize. So when we open the floor up for public statement, it has to pertain to what's on the agenda. Otherwise, it has to wait until. I apologize. So if anyone's got any public comment for any items that's on the agenda, you can step forward. Otherwise, there will be a section towards the end of the meeting, a business meeting, that the public can say other things. Okay. All right, mayor's report. I was wanting to give some good news out and shout outs. John Wood, Mr. Woods came into the office and was talking about Kelly Lane, and him and his neighbors out on Kelly Lane went out and picked up a lot of trash along Kelly Lane. So I want to give a shout out for the citizens' commitment to keeping their neighborhoods look nice. So anything that we can do to recognize that and give a shout out, I will. Another item I have is the Missouri Boys State. We do have a Louisiana student that qualified and made it to Boys State. Alex Joseph, the Swirla, Zero. Okay. Anyway, he's also was under the Boys State program. He became a national state representative for Ingle City, which is a big thing. It's he's going to receive about $1,000 grant for tuition or reimbursement or however that program works. So I do want to give a big shout out to Alex for that accomplishment. Also, a shout out for the fundraising efforts this past weekend. John Cotton Memorial Shelter, $1,000 for the shelter. I want to give a shout out for all those who helped for that effort. Other than that, I'll pass it to the city administrator.
As far as the city administrator's report goes, this is week 3 for me, so I'm still learning a lot about the ordinances. So I know there are some council people that are looking at them with me and hopefully making some revisions that take away anything that is contradictory or government overreach. As far as financials go, we are in the process of finalizing some of the reports that are necessary for Missouri Ethics Commission, as well as maintaining our legal requirements, putting our end of our fiscal year in the paper, and things seem to be starting to be a little smoother. It's a little rough, but we're starting to get things smoothed out, so it's positive.
City attorney, do you have anything for the council?
Just briefly, I apologize for being late. 161, you're doing a lot of road work. I sat there for about 20 minutes, so I'm trying to be here early, but it didn't work out. I will be working closely with the code officer regarding looking at code violations, trying to get those prosecuted, and also looking at the process with the city administrator as far as proper notice for condemnation of buildings and things of that nature, and see what we could do to sort of get some things squared away as far as buildings and those things. So we've got process in place, and I think that it's going to work. A little bit more to be done though.
Yep.
And that's all I have this time.
All right. Police chief's report.
I've submitted in writing to all you council members. I do have to say that we applied for and received a grant from Walmart, the amount of $1,600, and that'll be used to offset the cost of moving the radio equipment upstairs. So that way our police clerk will be able to, if she takes any kind of call for service, let us know right away instead of having to go through a call chain to get to us and things like that. It'll help streamline that process in case anybody does call City Hall during the day to report something versus it going to county. Still in search of officers. So if anybody knows anybody, have them come my way. We are planning on going down to the National Guard to see what we can get from there. The city administrator and I are. We are also there. Once upon a time, years ago, there was a recorder that was hooked up to the phone lines for City Hall. And specifically, it recorded lines coming into the police department, things like this. Sometime under one of the previous administrations, it was disconnected. Working with our IT guy to get that hooked back up so that all phone calls coming in and out of City Hall be recorded.
All right. Fire chief's report. Have we received any written communication from the fire chief? Okay. Council and committee reports. Is there any council or excuse me, any committee reports?
Apart from my animal control ordinance, and just a few pages into it, but a lot of old stuff needs to be removed, a lot of new stuff put back in. So we're currently working on that ordinance. We're not ready to present it once to council, but
Any other committee reports?
PNC is, will you explain the ordinance on that for us? On the PNC with the zoning for, are we redoing the ordinance or we rezoned them and that's it?
We will have to have an ordinance that describes and
The
defines
rezoning.
the rezoning, yes.
Yeah.
So that'll go to the ordinance committee.
Okay,
first.
so that is not yet
It's not.
Check your mail yet, but
So we're scheduling a public hearing. And what was the date that we scheduling?
Did we have a date yet?
yeah, we had it.
It's gonna be like July 15th, I believe.
Yeah,
somewhere
that's what
around
I
there.
figured it was due 15.
We didn't get anything telling us when yet, so
So, yeah, we have to
we
post
left
that at
that
least.
for y'all to decide so that it would be the 15 days out in the paper.
So I entertain a motion to put an ad in the paper for 14 days notice for planning and zoning to conduct a public hearing in regards to rezoning definitions of an R2.
Do we have, I don't think we have to put, I don't think we have to have a public meeting for that rezoning, that's an ordinance
Okay.
issue. But we do have to have a public meeting for the, or that, is that what you're talking about, the rezoning for the Chitsters?
Yes.
Yeah, okay,
that-
yes.
And
Yes,
that,
correct.
and yeah, so that's gonna be, that's gonna be for a B2, that's correct.
Yes.
So we'll get that clarified in the ad we put in the paper.
I don't think you need a motion for that.
Okay. All right,
We don't need to.
we do need a public
So
hearing.
we don't need a motion to pay for that.
Well, the motion's to schedule the date. So I'll entertain a motion to schedule the date. July 15th, or at least 14 days notice from the ad and paper. Entertain someone to make that motion.
I'll make it.
Now, first, second, any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, like sign. Carries. Okay. Consent agenda, number 7, section 7. Is there any objections to go ahead and vote and approve the consent agenda minus the 3 bills?
No.
All right, well, let's go through them. Approval of the minutes. Everyone got a copy of the minutes? Is there any additions, subtractions, or modifications to the agenda? If not, I entertain a motion to approve not the agenda, but the minutes.
I think the motion is approved.
We have a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second.
And second, any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yeah.
Opposed, like sign. Next item is the River Rendezvous. You go over that with us, Brian?
Sure, in your packet, you should have a flyer for the River Rendezvous. And you also have a potential press release that will go out tomorrow if it's approved. Basically what it is, it's a vendor's market that will start July 13th. It goes from every Thursday from 3 until dusk, which we're estimating that to be about 7 o'clock. Obviously, now it'd be a little bit later. Well, in the wintertime, it would be a little bit earlier. It's basically an invitation for any type of vendor, whether it's arts and crafts or cottage foods or produce, any type of small business to sell their wares, just like you would see on a regular festival type of thing. It's available every Thursday. Anybody who would like to participate, it's a vendor's business license, which is $15, and that's good for the entire year. And that's what it is.
Anyone got any questions about this?
I just wanted to point out that on the flyer, the starting date is July 6th,
Yes,
and in the press release, it says that it starts July 14th.
Correct. We already had the plan amended, and with 4th of July be there, and by the time we got in the paper, it really didn't give people time to react. So we moved it to the 13th, and even though our intern did a really nice job with the flyer, I'll take the responsibility of failure to inform him that these updates. Any other questions on the river rendezvous? Hearing none, I entertain a simple motion to go ahead and move forward and do the press release. We have first and second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes. Yes. Opposed, like sign. All right, on your old business, we'll go ahead and pull up 7201, 7202, and 7203 bills. First one, Bill 7201, is reference to the transient guest tax rate, the manner of expending such funds through the appointed Louisiana Tourism Commission. Are there any questions on this? Have you had an opportunity to review? If you did and you don't have any questions, I would entertain reading this twice. If not, we can read it once and you can read it. You can read it a second time at our next meeting.
I haven't read it, so I'm not gonna vote.
Okay. So first reading then send it to committee. Okay. Can I entertain a motion to give it a first reading?
I'll make that motion.
Yeah, first. And second. An ordinance, any discussion? Hearing none, an ordinance amending chapter 625 transient guest tax rate and manner of expending such funds through the Louisiana Tourism Commission. You take the roll call, please.
Councilman Sutter. Councilman Price.
Here.
Councilman Bell.
Here.
Councilman Sherman.
We'll need an affirmative yes or no. Not just here.
Yes.
That's right.
Begin again.
Yes, please.
Councilman Sutter. Councilman Price.
Yes.
Councilman Bell.
Yes.
Councilwoman Sherman.
Yes.
Councilman Jordan.
Yeah.
Councilwoman Cordis.
Yes.
Councilman Keller.
Yes.
Councilman Gott.
Yes.
Now, the next two, though, 7202, this is an annual update. This is our conflict of interest. It's an ordinance to repeal and replace chapter 120 conflicts of interest of the municipal code of the city of Louisiana, County of Pike. This is something that we pass every year. This is just an annual requirement that we have as a city. So, I mean, I would entertain a motion to read this thing twice. Okay, any discussion? All right. An ordinance to repeal and replace chapter 120 conflicts of interest of the municipal code of the city of Louisiana, County of Pike, Missouri. Take roll call, please.
Councilman Sutter. Councilman Price.
Yes.
Councilman Bell.
Yes.
Councilman Sherman.
Yes.
Councilman Jordan.
Yeah.
Councilman Cordis.
Yes.
Councilman Keller.
Yes.
Councilman Gott.
Yes.
No, it'll be done. All right. We'll do the second reading of ordinance 7202, an ordinance to repeal and replace chapter 120 conflicts of interest of the municipal code of the city of Louisiana, County of Pike, Missouri. Any discussion on that? Roll call, please.
Councilman Sutter. Councilman Price.
Yes.
Councilman Bell.
Yes.
Councilwoman Sherman.
Yes.
Councilman Jordan.
Yes.
Councilwoman Cordis.
Yes.
Councilman Keller.
Yes.
Councilman Gott.
Yes.
Bill number 7202 is duly adopted and ordained this day.
You know, 72, that's, no, that's what is now ordinance. Yeah. So 7203 is, same thing, it's an annual cleanup for the, for our codes. So it's an ordinance to enact pursuant to Missouri Revised Statute, section 67-110, fixing the annual rate of levy for the real estate and personal property taxes within the corporate limits of the city of Louisiana, Missouri. This is an annual, we do an annual tax levy. This tax levy does not change anything on our tax rates. It remains 0.83. I would entertain the motion to read this twice and enact this, unless there's any questions. No.
I'll make a motion that ordinance 7203 be read twice.
Okay. We have a first and second. Any discussion?
Is this the ordinance that everyone was so upset about last year?
So every third year or every 2 years, they reevaluate real estate taxes. And under the Hancock Amendment and so forth, we can revalue our tax rate or at least adjust our tax rate. We're not adjusting our tax rate. Last year was one of those years that they is wanting to adjust it up. But this year, we're not able to adjust it. It's fixed, but we set it every year regardless. All right, any other discussion? All right, an ordinance enacted pursuant to Missouri Revised Statute, section 67.110, fixing the annual rate of levy for the real estate and personal property taxes within the corporate limits of the city of Louisiana, Missouri. Take a roll call, please.
Mr. Sudar. Councilman Price,
Yes.
Councilman Bell,
Yes.
Councilwoman Sherman,
Yes.
Councilman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Cordis,
Yes.
Councilman Keller,
Yes.
Councilman Gott.
And second reading, an ordinance enacted pursuant to Missouri Revised Statute, section 67.110, fixing the annual rate of levy for the real estate and personal property taxes within the corporate limits of the city of Louisiana, Missouri. And take a roll call, please.
Councilman Sudar, Councilman Price,
Yes.
Councilman Bell,
Yes.
Councilwoman Sherman,
Yes.
Councilman Jordan,
Yes.
Councilwoman Cordis,
Yes.
Councilman Keller,
Yes.
Councilman Gott.
Yes.
Bill number 7203 is duly approved and ordained this date. Any other items for old business? New business. So council, everyone should have received a letter from the state auditor's office. And it was addressed to myself. So the scope of work in the agreement as far as the charges haven't been 100% defined except what was drafted in the letter. The estimated costs would be between $45,000 and $65,000. So to put it in perspective, currently the city of Louisiana has a private auditor. It's through KPM that we roughly pay just over $30,000 a year for their audit of the city. And we've been doing that for several years. However, during their audits, they do not do internal control audits. What they look at is the balance sheets and where funds come and go to. But as far as how those funds are moved from point A to point C or point F, they don't follow the trail that way. They are capable of doing that, but they would charge the city significantly more to do that. And whereas we drafted a resolution and passed They asked the state auditor's office to come in with understanding that there would be a cost to doing that. This year, if the state auditors come in and do this, I would say that we'll forego the private firm from coming in and conducting an audit since we're having a state audit done. And included in the state audit will be the internal controls aspect. So are there any questions with the letter from the state auditor?
How much does the audit that we get now, what does that cost the city?
Just over 30,000, just a little bit over 30,000, less than 35. So they usually do it in two segments. First payment's like $19,000, and then the second segment of it is right around the difference, whatever that would be, like 16,000. So it's not a one-time hit, but it's throughout the year, like semi-annually or quarterly that we pay it out. But for an annual cost, that's what it is.
Is there any way that people can see that? The thing, like how much it charges?
It's our business meeting right now. We can ask questions when it's time. But this was posted on my mayor's page, I know that.
I'm banned. I can see that stuff.
Any other questions? Well, want to ask the council then to make a motion to accept the estimated cost of the audit and work out a scope of work. So basically, we'll get with the state auditor's office and we'll find a list of what they are doing, and how they are doing it to coincide with what they're estimating. But to get them to move forward on this, we have to let them know that we want to go ahead and proceed.
I just want to clarify, you said if we're going to do this, that we'll forego the private audits this year.
Yes, yes.
How far back does this audit go?
I can't answer that question. I don't know. I know normal typical audits, that whether it's the IRS or anyone else, it goes back 7 years, right? I'm not for sure exactly what the pricing is that they've done here, how far back they're going to go.
Is this private or state?
State auditor. So, and
One of the other things I have on it is it's a lot of, I follow the social media stuff, obviously. What does this, one of the questions I saw, what does this cost the city if there is anything abnormal? Will it cost the people anything?
no. So basically, what they're going to do, if they have findings, the findings can be criminal in nature. It can just be procedural malfeasance. It could be recommendations of how we should handle our finances as far as our accountability and our internal controls. If there's anything criminal or something gross negligent, I imagine that would be pushed on to another state office. But as far as costing us for what they find, the only thing that might cost us, and this is a stretch, is, hey, we need to implement some sort of a practice that would cost us some sort of a minimal amount to incorporate. Let's say we got to have vehicle log books in all of our vehicles. Well, we'd have to purchase that. We'd have to do that, right? And that's a recommendation. It's not necessarily a legal requirement, but it's a best practice that they're recommending for us to do. If there's any malfeasance or criminal stuff, then that's going to be that'll be up to the state to pursue however they would seek to pursue it. Any other questions?
I'm all for it. I just need to know the depth, how far they're gonna go into it. I would like for them to, there's not much more than what we do now. I wouldn't entirely see the need of it. But if they're gonna go back and get into deep down into it to where receipts go, what things were bought, where this money came from, where it went, what stuff was used for. I mean, I just, an audit, a good thorough audit is what the city needs.
So to go in line with that, for the past several years, we haven't had no internal control audits. Whereas the state's going to do an internal control audit. So they are going to be looking at the receipts. They are going to be going back and looking at our processes and so forth. And there's a lot of things already that's been submitted and turned into the state that they're following up on. And they didn't have to agree to take this. The reason that they agreed to take this is more than likely is what's been presented to them already is significant enough for them to want to come on in and look at the rest of it. So I have good confidence that they'll do us a good job and help us out.
I kind of feel like Clinton, I would feel more comfortable to know how many years back it we're gonna go. I mean, can we find that out before we vote on this?
Well, to engage them,
Yeah.
well, we got to engage them, right? We asked them to come in. We knew there was going to be a cost, but the cost that they threw out there is maybe less than if you go with 65, that's still somewhat close to just double what we normally pay for a regular audit. Now, if we asked our private firm to do an internal control audit, then you'd probably be looking at, I'd be guessing because I haven't asked them what that cost is. I would assume it'd cost $45,000, but I don't
I
know.
understand all that, I'm just kind of curious on how far back they're going.
Depends what they find, if they find anything.
Yeah, so
And they don't take stuff on what the day they told me they're.
So, any other discussion? I mean, you want to move forward or you want to wait for another 30 days?
No, I'll make a motion that we move forward with the Missouri State audit between with the estimated cost between 45 and 65,000.
Is there a second?
I'll second
Yeah, first and second, is there discussion? Any discussion? You're hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, like sign. All right, motion carried. Entertain a motion to go into closed session, allowing the city administrator, the city attorney, all the council members, and the city clerk in accordance with revised statutes, section 610.021, subsection 1, 2, 3, and 13.
When do we get to talk?
When we reconvene.
How long do you think it's gonna be closed session?
I'm not for sure. So entertain a motion to go in closed session.
I'll make a motion to go into closed session.
Second the motion. All right, we'll take a roll call.
Councilman Sutter, Councilman Price,
Yes.
Councilman Bell,
Yes.
Councilwoman Sherman,
Yes.
Councilman Jordan,
Yes.
Councilwoman Cordis, Councilman Keller,
Yes.
Councilman Guy.
Yes.
All right, we'll go into closed session. We'll get about 5 minutes recess, about 20 till, and then we'll let everyone know when we're going to close session.
Yeah. Only 5 minutes. Get your run up and run back down.
All right.
Just getting old.
That's a good thing.
Sometimes it's sad.
Yes, sir.
We'll ask council.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we'll have to-